of one of the assistant coaches chasing Caitlin Clark down as she's riling up the crowd. And it seems like she's getting scolded, reprimanded, told, hey, all that hyping up, don't do that. Don't do it. Let's take a look here first. Now here we go. Body language doctor. Body language doctor is out and about. Caitlin Clark's like, what the hell?
Wait a minute. Did the Fever coach just pull a WWE move on Caitlin Clark mid-celebration? You're not imagining things. A resurfaced clip shows her getting physically blocked from enjoying her moment, and the internet is absolutely spiraling. Was it a calculated move? A jealous jab? Or just someone salty they didn't get an invite to the spotlight? Whatever it was, the aftermath has fans shouting, "There's no way she just did that." This story's got receipts, replays, and more plot twists than a soap opera. Buckle up, because we're breaking it all down.
Has gotten to the point where she realizes if she gives the ball to Natasha Howard, not only is she not going to get the ball back, but Natasha Howard isn't even going to look in her direction. We have officially reached...
One moment, Caitlin Clark is igniting the arena, draining shots, firing up the crowd, doing exactly what makes her a sensation. The next, her own coach steps in like the celebration police, physically yanking her back like she just tried to breeze past TSA with a full water bottle. You could see it on Caitlin's face. The sudden halt, the disbelief. Did that really just happen? Look, it wasn't pain or anger, just the cold realization that even joy has limits now, at least in Indiana.
So look, I don't think it's any secret that I'm not a fan of the Indiana Fever backroom staff. I'm not a fan of what they're trying to do to Caitlin Clark, and I fully believe they're trying to diminish, they're trying to dim the flame of Caitlin, and they're trying to make her fit in to what the WNBA used to be, rather than fit out and be her. I mean that. Like, that is my opinion, and there's no question about it.
And let's be real, this wasn't some isolated incident. It's just the latest cherry on top of an awkward, uncomfortable, and increasingly exhausting Sunday that's been melting since the day she was drafted. At this point, Caitlin Clark can't even sneeze without someone in her own camp rushing in with a micromanaged tissue. You'd think earning this level of success would come with a little breathing room. But no. Apparently, even her celebrations need to be cleared by a committee.
Everybody online is talking about this play during one of the games where, as you're going to see, one of the coaches for the Indiana Fever just went and pretty much almost tackled Caitlin Clark for getting the crowd riled up. Why is she doing it? And I want to say that's this lady right here, Karima Christmas Kelly, one of the assistant coaches. And as you see right there, she just seemed to have went and grabbed the Caitlin Clark. As Caitlin Clark was trying to get the team, the crowd amped up for a big time game.
This girl has been selling out arenas, electrifying fan bases, and turning casual sports bros into full-blown WNBA diehards. She's a walking headline, a franchise changer. And yet, somehow, the very team that should be carving her statue is treating her like an overzealous intern who clapped too loud in a board meeting. There's a difference between providing structure and straight-up sabotage. And right now, this coaching staff is moonwalking over that line in 6-inch heels.
Clip getting shown again, and it's just, in my opinion, is completely unacceptable. It is completely unacceptable. Like, if a coach did this to any other player in the league, they'd be fired. Or they'd at least be questioned. It's a step back three on JC Sheldon. And she goes, the whole crowd's going nuts. And she comes, and she's getting subbed off, by the way, at this stage. She's getting subbed off for the game. She doesn't go back in the game at this stage. So it's not like it's a close game. They're up 20. She does not see the floor again. Caitlin Clark is there hyping up the crowd. She's there trying to hype up the crowd. Exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. You want to see this version of Caitlin. You want to see this. Watch what happens here. So the coach just grabs her. Just grabs her out of nowhere. I'm like, I don't think there's anything too malicious in that. I don't know if there's anything too malicious. We don't know what's said, but like, You can't.
The front office hasn't exactly been inspiring either. It's like they lucked into a once-in-a-generation star and immediately handed her a checklist that reads, "Tone it down, share the spotlight with teammates who can't hit a layup, and whatever you do, don't make us look like we've lost control." Caitlin Clark wasn't brought in just to hit logo threes. She was brought in to redefine the game. But every step she takes is met with passive resistance. If it's not her minutes getting mysteriously slashed, it's teammates treating ball movement like a contagious disease. And now this, a coach physically yanking her mid-celebration like she's a rogue toddler sprinting off at Disneyland. That wasn't a miscommunication. That was a full-on vibe assassination. Let's not forget, hyping crowds is her thing. It's what she's done since college. It energizes the team, fires up the fans, swings momentum like a hammer. And instead of embracing it, the Fever's staff act like they'd prefer she quietly celebrate in a dimly lit room while a librarian offers a soft clap. You'd think she violated team policy. No, she's shattering ratings records. But apparently, that's still not enough for a staff more concerned with optics than outcomes. Basketball wins. Secondary. Control. Priority number one.
That is transpiring with the Indiana Fever. But I said this yesterday, there is definitely something going on within the locker room, the front office. Something is off, man. This is the third situation in one game we have had involving Caitlin Clark and the coaching staff and pretty much another player. We had the Natasha Howard situation where Caitlin Clark bent down to tie her shoe up because she knew Natasha Howard wasn't even going to pass her the damn ball. And I'm telling you right now, that whole situation is crazy in itself. Ever since DeWanna Bonner been gone, they have simply turned this thing into the Natasha Howard.
Let's stop pretending this is about discipline, team unity, or whatever carefully worded PR spin is floating around today. This is about control. About a coaching and management staff that seems more intimidated by Caitlin Clark's gravitational pull than inspired by it. It's giving insecure. It's giving unprepared. It's giving, we weren't ready for someone this big, so now we're going to shrink her down until she fits. And it's weird. It's tone deaf. Honestly, it's kind of heartbreaking, because you can see it wearing on her, when she's benched without reason, when she gets pulled just as she finds her rhythm, when her teammates go tunnel vision and ignore her wide open on the wing. There's that flicker. A flash of disbelief. The silent scream behind the eyes. Yes, she's a competitor. A pro. A leader. But she's also human. And the strange, stifling energy from the bench, it's taking its toll. The joy is still there, but it's dimmer. The sparkle's still flickering, but it's not as bright. At some point, someone's going to ask the uncomfortable question. Why stay? Why pretend this is just a developmental year when what it really looks like is a slow, deliberate rejection of everything that makes Caitlin Clark? Caitlin Clark.
Last season in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark was 26.5% of all economic activity. As a rookie, merchandise in the league went up 234%. But here was the one that struck me. Before she got there, the Indiana Fever, the valuation of the franchise was $90 million. After playing, 40 games, the valuation of that team now is $340 million. I don't think it's a game you duplicate. There is no second. There is no other player that plays like that. She could be a billion-dollar athlete. Like, when I see these numbers, I'm like, oh, this.
And let's not even tiptoe around the bigger issue, because the longer this goes on, the clearer it becomes. There are people in power who have no idea what to do with a white woman breaking the mold in the WNBA. She doesn't fit the pre-approved narrative. She's not playing the political game. She's not leaning into identity wars or packaging herself for media agendas. She just wants to hoop, hype the crowd, and win. And for some, that makes her a problem, especially for those who prefer their underdog stories pre-curated and carefully controlled. It's starting to feel like Caitlin Clark is being punished for being too good, too fast, too popular. But here's the catch. Fans aren't dumb. They see it. They hear the tension. They read the body language. They are watching her get iced out of offensive sets. Watching her expression when she's yanked after catching fire. Watching, replaying, that now infamous moment her coach physically grabbed her like she just tried to rush the stage at Area 51. And they are not buying the excuses anymore. Because the problem was never Caitlin Clark. The problem is the people who can't handle Caitlin Clark. She's been steady. Focused. Professional. She's the spark, the momentum shift, the headline. She's brought more eyeballs to this league in a few months than others have in years. And yet, her own franchise is treating her like a PR risk instead of the marketing goldmine she is. Which is, frankly, bananas. Just imagine those meetings. Hey team, our most popular player is dominating headlines and selling out arenas. Maybe we should rein her in a little. Brilliant strategy.
Has been knocked on her ass. She's been knocked on her ass. She's been cheap shotted. She's been poked in the eye. Everything. They have beat the Connecticut Sun. This is a month ago nearly. The Connecticut Sun beat the crap out of her. Absolutely beat the crap out of each other. But
and if this is the direction the Fever plan to keep pushing, don't be shocked if one day Caitlin Clark walks in, looks around, and says, "Nah, I'm good." Because there's only so much weird energy, passive-aggressive sabotage, and career-throttling one person can take before they decide enough is enough. And when that moment comes, half the league will be waiting, arms open, coaching staff ready, infrastructure in place. This isn't just a coaching misstep. This is a masterclass in fumbling generational talent. She's faced obstacles from the moment she entered the league. Nike delayed her signature shoe like it was a Kickstarter project still waiting on approval. The WNBA has been sluggish in protecting her from cheap shots and public jabs. And now, her own team seems more interested in neutralizing her than unleashing her. That mid-celebration grab? It wasn't just physical, it was symbolic. A metaphor for everything she's endured since becoming the face of this league. A player who draws millions of eyes, inspires a new generation, and elevates the entire sport, getting literally pulled back by her own side. So yeah, fans are frustrated. They are watching their favorite player get held back, both literally and figuratively. And they are done being told to trust the process when the process looks this dysfunctional. You don't build a franchise around a generational star and then treat her like she's being chaperoned through summer camp. Enough already.